Tara and Andy's film reviews on OurGamers.co.uk.
It's time again for another film review. Tara Malik here, and
it's me, Andy Baines.
Okay, so this time we're going to talk about Rampage. If you remember, if you're like as
That's
old
what
as
that
Andy.
word is. So I was trying to read my notes.
Oh,
that's why I hesitated on my own name.
Rampage.
No, not that bit. The unexpected. I couldn't read my words.
Oh my goodness.
Go on then, go on.
So yeah, if you're as old as Andy, as old as time, then you'll obviously know the game that this is based on. I am so young and new and naive that Andy had to show me. So we did play a little bit of it, and I'm like, I was rubbish at it. I will point that out. But I was like, oh,
you're alright for your first time.
It was okay, wasn't it? Yeah, well, it was alright. It took me a while to get used to what I was trying to do. But yeah, so I got the gist of it, and I was like, oh, cool, okay, so now we can go see the film. The film is 12A, director Brad Peyton. You've got starring this one, Dwayne Johnson. Oh yeah, the man is back. Naomie Harris, and Malin Akerman as well. Genre, action, adventure, sci-fi, tick, tick, and tick. Running time, 1 hour and 47. So I guess actually a bit of a shorter film for what you'd expect, really. But to be honest, it was the right amount, right pace. Yeah, I'm actually really happy. They didn't need to make it longer. They didn't need to make it shorter. It's all good. What is this film about? Okay, so if you're like me and you're new and young and naive, it is this. When 3 different animals become infected with a dangerous pathogen, a primatologist and a geneticist team up to stop them from destroying Chicago. Did you notice how much I had to really take my time with those words?
Well done. But that is not related to the game. It's not the same story for the game, so that's where the...
But it's
the
they had to give it some sort of background. They couldn't just plonk a gorilla, a wolf, and a lizard.
Yeah, but in the game, they're people. Remember, you shrink down when you die. You shrink down to a human.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I only played it once.
That's what I mean. The name and the kind of theme, but it doesn't.
I like the film version. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna wind you up saying that.
Oh.
You grew up with the other one. It's like, that's the original. It should be people. So. I'm alright with it. Story and script. That is the first section. Oh my god, what a crazy, intense and sad start.
It was crazy.
Was.
That's what the unexpected comment was. I couldn't read my writing. Unexpected and interesting start, because did not expect that start to the film.
No, not at all. It was so good. And good story and pace. The humour was brilliant. I was definitely on edge.
There was definitely some funny lines in it from
yeah.
Dwayne.
Yeah. It was so good. And it was exciting from start to end. I never felt bored. Didn't really have much time to rest. It was like, there's something going on.
It was quickly into action.
Yeah.
Then
and there was like, now there's this bit of this and this bit of this, and you know the other animal's going to pop up eventually. So, and then all hell broke loose. So yeah, it was really good. I wrote dang on one of the bits.
Is the action related?
No, I actually have an action section.
Oh, okay.
But for some reason,
what's dang in story then?
Oh, done such a good job, to be honest. No joke, no laughing matter. It was serious. It was so serious. It was so good though. I did like the story of how, because they had to figure out how they're going to make these animals morph into something better, bigger, scarier, hard to defeat, so yeah.
On the trailer it does kind of spoil a little bit, but there was still a great reveal of the story and the script.
Yes.
I think it doesn't ruin the story and characters and stuff like that.
Did I have a section for shots? Yes, I did. I've got to remember, because it's the wolf bit again. It's like the slow-mo wolf jump to the helicopter.
Oh, I've got that. Decent wolf introduction.
Oh, it's just so good. But I know that's like further down on the list, but I just wanted to point that out already. What else have we got? Funny delivery, mostly Dwayne, obviously. Yep. Dwayne is good for so many things. He's good with the comedy and the, cynical side and sarcastic side. He's also good if you want someone really tough to kick someone's butt. You take that man seriously, and then you obviously get the cheeky smile with the wink and the eyebrow, like that's his thing. So you can't mess with Dwayne. He is the right person, a right blend. And who can forget that he also played Maui in Moana? That this man is versatile. So he can sing. This is not the film for singing, but he could sing.
Get a little ukulele while we're talking about him, he's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And
none of it is like amazing films, but they're all relatively good films.
Exactly. You can't be
He's done so much. He's done some good stuff.
Yeah.
There's nothing like astounding.
He's good as a tough guy. He's good as a bad guy. He's good as a vulnerable guy. It's nice. I like it. But yeah, no, so he plays, and I like the bond. Oh, that's probably in casting characters, but the bond that he had with his gorilla. Is that what we call it? Okay, mostly Dwayne. That was awesome. Never dull or boring. Oh, that's my last note for story and script.
Cool.
So yeah, it was just overall, as you can tell, it was quite hyped and excitable and awesome.
Just like you.
Exactly. So it had me from start to finish. I was thoroughly impressed and entertained. Very happy. If they made a game version of this based from the game, how funny! I'm playing a game based on the film that's based on a game.
The game was in the background in the guy's office.
Yes, it was.
Keep your eye out for that little nod.
Nice little nod there, wasn't it? So action. I just wrote action packed. Enough.
It was.
Said.
There was a lot of it, and not complaining. You know,
no,
that was a good
it
thing.
was so good. It really was, and it built up so much.
He did need it.
Yeah. CGI and shots. Great CGI. They've done such a great job creating the creatures as well. Oh, and it was so realistic.
Yeah, really was. You can't complain nowadays, can you? If it's done...
Well, you can. There are some... I'm not going to name films.
Fair
but
enough.
There are films out there you're like, what?
But nowadays, you can't
Budget
say
people.
the CGI is amazing, because you're going to say it to a lot of films nowadays.
Yeah.
You just have to say...
Yes.
It was top notch, you know.
Yeah,
you can't,
it really was. But
can't
that's
fault it.
you expect that now, especially if you're going to put creatures in, all that texture, all that fur, the lighting. If elements affect it like water, you're going to notice these things, and it's going to be pretty obvious if they've not done a good job. So here it's just fantastic. I absolutely love it. Like the creatures were amazing in this. I went home. I was like, Mum, Rampage, so good. Creatures. Brother, oh my God, you got to see it. So yeah, I went home and I was like, woo.
Surprisingly, I didn't have high hopes.
Yeah, you know what? I have to admit, I was worried that it was going to be a cheap, cheesy, whatever, thrown together.
I thought this might be one of the first ones of Dwayne Johnson's films. I was like, nah, he's done enough one.
I was like, oh,
But
they're just
still
doing, I know what you mean. But thankfully, it didn't disappoint at all. They actually delivered, and they gave it a decent story. It's start to end, whole arc that's going on. So, good characters, all of it. Good action, good shots. So, cast and characters, Andy?
Yeah.
You go first. Oh, I like my first note.
Okay, you first.
I like the FBI guy. I forgot his name. But he grew on me. I didn't like him at first.
While we're picking up Dwayne Johnson, and now we're on
Was
characters.
it Jeffrey Dean Morgan? Must be.
Rampage. Obviously, we liked him in that. Jumanji, we liked him in
Oh,
that.
gosh, yeah.
Baywatch. Nah, it was a bit of a naff one, but he was still alright in that as him.
Yes.
Fast and Furious films, obviously.
Yeah,
you know what you gave me that. Moana, you like that, obviously.
Of course I do. So,
There's San Andreas. Even that wasn't a bad film, was it?
San Andreas, yeah.
And then
course.
the new one coming out is doing number 2, I think, that's been announced. G.I. Joe.
Oh, there's another
Don't think I ever watched Retaliation, but
I think I have seen that. It's a while ago, though.
San Andreas 2 announced.
What are they going to do? They already had an earthquake. What are they going to do now?
Jumanji 2, apparently.
No! They go back into it because he's playing the same character.
The spin-off has been announced, confirmed, from Fast and Furious. With him and
No way!
Jason Statham.
Yes! Oh, that's exciting. I will watch that. That duo, that is a match made in heaven.
Apparently he's rumoured to be in Suicide Squad 2.
Suicide Squad.
And then, this one, Big Trouble in Little China. I loved that film when I was a kid. It was a great film with Kurt Russell.
I've seen it.
You haven't. Believe me,
How
you'd know.
did you know?
You'd know if you had.
Okay.
So if he's going to be in the remake of that as the main character, part of me is like, I'm going to love that. Part of me is like, I hope he doesn't mess it up. But his track record,
yeah,
it's probably going to be good.
Yeah, probably.
And it's only rumoured, it's not definite yet. So if it is him, then fingers crossed. But yeah, Dwayne Johnson, as you'd expect.
Yeah, I'm happy to see him in films. I got nothing to complain about. So yeah. So casting characters, as we're talking, as I said, I like the FBI guy. Mentioned that.
Yes.
Anything else
good.
you want to talk about apart from your man crush on Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
Says the person who was bigging him up before me.
Oh, I know that smile and that wink and that eyebrow.
Just does it for you.
Anything else? No. Oh, I've got one. Yeah, it's about the same.
That
It's about the
noise?
same guy. It's about Dwayne, and that's why they hire The Rock to take out guys and doors. So
Could you slam for a door or something? Fair enough.
I obviously didn't blink throughout this film. Okay, IMAX. Awesome. That rumble. I just thought it was brilliant. I should have seen it in 4DX. I didn't see it in 4DX.
I've got a rating. Okay.
I don't know if it was in 4DX. Probably was, actually.
Don't know. It might have been a good one for it.
Yeah,
Or
it
just
would
been
have been a
thrown
good one.
around for a couple of hours.
Fair enough. I'll still try and eat my my nachos.
Right, I want to know your rating if you're ready for it.
Oh, so randoms, I don't have any rates. I am giving it an 8, my friend. A good, strong, solid 8.
I've got 7/8, so I'm going to go for 8 as well.
Oh my gosh, it's been forever since we've been on the same page, I feel. At least, yeah.
Is that a dig? I have no randoms, no other than enjoyed.
Yeah, I wrote very pleasantly surprised.
Yes, same.
Glad it wasn't a cheesy rip-off from Same. I don't know what I wrote there. It's actually quite serious. Glad it wasn't a cheesy rip-off from Game, not Same, from the game. Okay.
You shouted so hard, my microphone picked that up almost as loud as yours did.
Sorry, I'm trying to decipher and this is me rewriting it up, and I couldn't decipher what I wrote because I kind of went up the side of the page. Okay, so that is all. I'm quite happy with that. We're both giving it an 8. The rating on IMDb, what are these people talking about? 6.5. Go home. It is definitely more
as an
than
action
6.5.
Adventure. It's definitely worth more than that.
It ticks all
You're not
the
expecting...
boxes. It's just people jealous of Dwayne and his muscles.
Yeah, don't.
Like,
I think you've got a bit of a crush on him as well.
But yeah, there is someone else who was in here who unfortunately...
Well, you didn't have a crush on?
No, I do. No,
Oh.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm cutting this bit out.
No, you're not.
I don't have a crush on him. No, he's just pleasant to watch on the screen. But I can't say his name. Joe Manganiello?
Oh, that one.
Manganiello? Joe Boy. That
Yeah,
guy.
the guy from True Blood.
Yeah, the wolf guy.
Yeah.
So...
To be fair, I'm not gay, but yeah.
So he was in this film as well, which was quite nice. And I think... Oh, and the
Ooh,
lady...
Deathstroke.
For those of you who know the game pretty well, the lady in the red dress is in this film too.
Yes.
So there you go. That's all we're going to say.
Apparently Joe Manganiello is in Deathstroke, which is
I
a
have no idea.
DC Comics related
Oh, really?
film. Yeah, announced.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, we shall see.
Interesting indeed. Right, that is all from us. I hope you enjoyed that one. And we'll be back very, very soon with yet another film review. Take care. Bye.
Hey.
Thanks to Cineworld Festival Leisure Park Basildon for the best experience around.